Hi folks, this is Jason. Hope you're okay today, and hope everybody's okay. I just want you to know that I have been studying the atheist movement for the last 2 years all over the world, and there are millions of many law-abiding good atheists. Unfortunately, they've been hijacked by a hardcore atheism that has a certain set of books written by Hitchens, Sam Harris, Dawkins and Daniel Dennett. These books are the seedbeds of hate within them against religious people. Words like religion poisons everything. Sam Harris wanting preemptive nuclear strikes against Muslim countries, for goodness sake. Complete utter hatred within these books against the mass of religious people in the Judeo-Christian and Muslim faiths. Over the last few years, there's been a growing industry on YouTube of people who have been fueled by this kind of rhetoric by Hitchens and Sam Harris and Dawkins, where you have people like Thunderfoot, who has Burn Muhammad Picture Day, and an army of YouTubers who are pumping out this hatred against Christianity every week. I love atheists. I have great respect for atheism. I have great respect for anybody's beliefs, but I don't have any respect for fascist groups that try to destroy other people's rights. These hardcore atheists are trying to destroy our rights. Recently, an organisation was set up in America called Reason Rally, which was to galvanise this kind of hardcore atheism together. And at Reason Rally this year, Richard Dawkins said, we must, not exact words, but he was more or less saying, we must shame religious people out of their sort of ridiculous beliefs. I believe that this Reason Rally and this hardcore atheism is anti-democratic. It's sowing the seedbeds of hate in our democracies around the world, and I believe it must be stamped out, and stamped out quickly. So I call on the American government, I call on President Obama and the people at Washington for you to arrest the leaders of the Reason Rally and to put them on trial for hate crimes against humanity, because of the rhetoric, the evil rhetoric that they have against ordinary religious people. It cannot be right that they are happy with people like Thunderfoot having Burn Muhammad Day. It cannot be right that they are happy having Richard Dawkins on their platform when he has said that it is child abuse to teach anybody that creation was done in 6 days and the world is 6,000 years old. It cannot be right, even though you might disagree with that belief. It cannot be right that you call people as child abusers for teaching your children that. It can't be right. And it can't be right that Western democracy is allowing these kind of people to promote this kind of hate against religious people. And so I ask that Washington and Obama, that you disband this Reason Rally. I ask that you put on trial the main leaders of it, and I ask that you arrest Richard Dawkins when he comes to America and put him on trial, because of the disgusting hatred that they are showing towards religious people. And it's a sham in our Western democracies that you are putting up with this kind of nonsense. All these atheists have to do, hardcore atheists, is say, Jason, You Christians are equal with us atheists in our modern democracies, and you have an equal part to play. Less of this Christians are child abusers if they teach their children six-day creation. Less of this nonsense. Less of this hate mongering towards Muslim people. Okay? There are millions of law-abiding Christians, tens of millions of law-abiding Christians and Muslims and Jews, and sanity needs to rule. And it can't be right that you allow Reason Rally to be meeting freely, openly, the way they're doing, promoting their insidious evil doctrine, where they're allowed just to completely demonize religious people, particularly the Jews, the Christians and the Muslims. Not until they make a public statement that all religious people in the Christian, Jewish and Muslim beliefs have a right to free democratic freedom, to bring up their children in the freedom of their religion, and to engage in democratic life freely and openly without abuse. Until they allow that, they should not be tolerated within our democracies. Okay, that's what I believe. And I think that we are tolerating a very evil group that will in the end sow great hatred throughout our Western democracies, and in the end Christianity will be made to go underground because this group has not been challenged the way it should have been. All I'm advocating is that everybody be treated equal in our democracies. If the hardcore atheists want equality, then let them tell everybody that they are people who want equality. And if they want equality, then they must give Christian and religious people the same rights that they want. Okay? But this demonization of Christianity especially must not go unchallenged. And Western governments, if they fail to arrest this leadership and fail to not put them under trial and fail not to disband this group, then you are sowing hatred in our Western democracies, and there will be more division and there will be more hatred because you didn't show respect for everybody. Everybody has a right to be respected. Atheists have a right to freedom to practice their beliefs. Atheists have a right to freedom. Jews have a right to freedom. Muslims have a right to freedom. Everyone has a right to freedom. Everybody. The people who do not have a right are those who demonize other groups. They don't have any rights, because that's not right. So fascist organisations, far-right organisations, any racist organisation, they don't have rights because they have forfeited their right to democratic freedom. And these hardcore atheists don't have any rights if they continue to demonize religious people the way they do. So I'm calling that you arrest the leadership of Reason Rally and you disband them and you put them on trial for hate crimes against religion, against humanity. Thank you for listening. Take care.